show you my toys.
Hey guys, this is D Hunter bringing you another action figure review. Today I'm going to be looking at Diamond Select Ghostbusters 2 We're Back Peter Venkman figure. This is from Series 8 of the Ghostbusters Diamond line. This is the third and final wave of Ghostbusters 2 figures. This will get us one step closer to completing the Ghostbuster Firehouse front diorama piece. Let's check him out. So here's Peter out of the package with all of his various accessories. This is the We're Back Peter. He's in the darker uniform from Ghostbusters 2. They made all four of the figures in these uniforms, and I really like displaying them together. Just check out everything he has there. In my opinion, this figure has a pretty good likeness right with Bill Murray. It definitely looks like him. The head sculpt is a little bit different from the Ghostbusters 1 figure, but it looks pretty darn good. I can tell who it is. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at his accessories. This guy has 6 different hands. I decided to give him the hand that will hold his Proton Pack pretty nicely with the gloves on. He also comes with 2 ungloved hands. They're different kinds. And he also comes with 2 additional gloved hands. One is half open to hold stuff and one is open. I've given him one of each hand as it is right now. He also comes with his Walkie Talkie. The Ghostbusters always seem to come with one of these. It's removable. Boy, a walkie talkie like that can have many uses in action figure world. Alright. We've also got the open trap. I do like this quite a bit. Pretty long cable that comes with it. You can view it from pretty far away. I pulled out the closed trap from a Ghostbusters 1 wave. I think it's really cool to be able to throw this one on the ground, have the figure step on the pedal, and then have the open trap come out next. Next, let's talk about his Proton Pack. So it holds the proton weapon a lot better than before. They have continually improved upon this with each generation of figures. Then he also has the proton stream, and that connects on here. There's a little hole at the top of it, and that's the only way to fit over this piece here. I really don't remember the older Ghostbuster figures being that way, but it's actually pretty nice. It fits on there very nicely. He can sit there and, you know, do his thing, firing at various ghosts and so on and so forth. Next, we've got Peter's diorama piece. This is the top left of the Ghostbusters front diorama. I cannot wait to put all these together. And the last accessory I want to look at is the Santa hat. Really like these. Really nice. They wore them in the movie. It makes the figures a little enhancement for them. Each one of these is a unique sculpt that will uniquely fit each of the 4 Ghostbusters. Fits right up top. That actually is not hard to get on at all. The Winston one is pretty tight and was rubbing his paint off. This one does not look like it's going to be having those issues. Let me go ahead and get the other 4 Ghostbusters together. So here are all 4 of the Ghostbusters together in their Santa hats and their darker jumpsuits. Really do like the way they look together. Very uniform, very consistent. It's going to be a lot of fun pulling these guys out around Christmas time, which is not too far away. Next, let's check out the height of the figure. These are Diamond Select figures. They're traditionally a larger scale figure, 7 full inches. To me, this figure looks like he's about close to 7.5. He's like maybe 7 3/8 inches tall. Pretty large size figure. Very detailed, and articulation is pretty nice. Speaking of articulation, let's look at that next. So first of all, his Proton Pack, the weapon comes off and it holsters on there very nicely. They've continued to improve that. His actual Proton Pack could be removed. It's not attached to the body at all. You could probably heat up all these pieces, stretch them out, pull it off him, or cut it off. I've seen a lot of people do that, and they look pretty cool without the Proton Pack on. I would probably never actually do that myself. He's got his head, ball joint. This is pretty much the standard Ghostbusters articulation at this point, but it is pretty nice. He can look down that far, he can look up that far, and go completely around, no problem. His shoulders are on a ball joint as well. They can go out this far, they can rotate, and then they can also go back down. His elbow is a single joint, not double jointed. Goes about that high up, and the joint itself is covered up by the arm pad. Next, he's got his removable hands. Articulation can go all the way around with them, as well as down and up. He's got, and not exactly an ab crunch, but some articulation at the top here, kind of move up a little bit and down. He's also waist articulation. He's got his hips that can go to complete splits. They can go forward about that far and back really not at all. He's got thigh cuts right here as well. He's got double jointed knees. I do love double jointed knees. There's a lot that they can accomplish. He's got ankle articulation that goes down and up, as well as a ball joint that goes around, and it can go from side to side. Pretty standard Ghostbuster articulation from Diamond, but I do enjoy it. Here is my Ghostbusters 2 Peter compared to my Ghostbusters 1 Peter. The head sculpt was completely different. The original one looked a little bit flatter. His hair is messier. The second one, it's a little crisper sculpt, crisper paint job. His hair is neater. I imagine that's how it actually looked in the film. They've made other Peter figures as well, but I did not get all of them, or I sold them off. The slimed Peter was required to get the diorama, and I sold him off as I felt like I did not need him, and I did not pursue getting the Marshmallow Peter, as he, I believe, was only a Toys R Us version and did not come with any diorama pieces. Here is the Peter figure with the other figures from this wave. I purchased my figure from Amazon.com. I believe he ended up being $24.89. Got him pretty quick. Now, one thing that was really annoying about this figure was that he was sort of delayed a couple days longer than the other two. I got Ray and Winston, and I was supposed to get Peter, I don't know, 3 or 4 days later, and then guess what? When I got the box and I was eager to have all three of them together, they sent me another Ray. Amazon, gosh darn it, that was really annoying. I had to request an additional one to be sent out, which took 3 more days, and then I requested them to pick up the Ray figure, which they do. Amazon takes care of this stuff really with ease, and they don't charge you anything. Of course, the mailman came by when I wasn't home, dropped off the return label, because I do not have a working printer, so I'm going to have to return that and drop it off at a USPS store in the near future. No rush, I have 30 days to do it, but I better not forget or they will charge me for him again. Really annoying that they did that. I was really excited when I finally got the third figure, and bam, opened it, and nothing but disappointment. Next we get to Peter's diorama piece. This is a collect and connect 15 figure build to get the diorama of the front of the Firehouse. This is the top left portion of it. It has some pegs that will allow it to connect with the rest of the diorama. I cannot wait to get this put together. Unfortunately, there are still 2 more waves. It's going to be probably a better part of 6 months before it's fully complete. So here are all the Ghostbusters 2 Diamond Select figures that they have made, and that they're going to make, it looks like. There's a total of 9 figures here, and although I wish they had made some more, Janine, the Mayor, a new Dana, the Scoleri brothers, I'm very happy for what they did make. We got all 4 of the regular Ghostbusters with their Proton Packs and their darker Ghostbuster 2 uniforms. We've got Louie in a Ghostbuster outfit. We've got Janosch with baby Oscar. I absolutely love those two. We've got Vigo next, and we've got the 2 Ray and Winston in their slime blower variation weapon outfits from number 2. I will say, me personally, my absolute favorite from the Ghostbusters 2 line is Janosch and Oscar. I love civilians. I bought these figures really just to enhance my Batman world with a diorama, and Janosch fits in very well. Next, my favorite is probably Vigo, just because he's really big and really cool and menacing and greatly detailed. Next is probably going to be Louis, because he's in the Ghostbuster uniform and it's really pretty cool. I don't like the earmuffs, but that is how he was in the movie. All in all, cannot wait to get the real Ghostbusters figures and to continue the diorama. Check out the diorama piece. You may have noticed in the background of this video, I had the Ghostbusters Series 1 through 5 Collect and Connect rooftop diorama piece. You may think there's a mirror between, but no, there is not. I actually built 2 of these sets and put them back to back for this video, and they look absolutely fantastic like that. This is something I pretty much built to use in my Batman world. It's a great rooftop. I keep them both side by side on top of the bookshelf with a little bit of overhang at the front. Now let's check out the rooftop diorama. Around the corner here I've got two of the recent Ghostbuster dioramas. I'm not going to be having these all together, but just put it there for scale purposes. So here are the existing pieces we had before. As you can see here, we've already started to complete the doorway. It can't quite sit on its own, that's why I put it on the sidewalk here. It still has its own sidewalk piece it's going to be releasing in the future. These were two pieces that they already contained that were unable to be attached as of yet. And then of course we got the alternate Ghostbusters 1 and 2 diorama logo pieces that will attach the building for either one you want. Since I'm going to be using this as a regular building in my Gotham City, I probably won't attach either one of those. I've now accumulated up to 4 bags of these little attachment things. They go into the back of the diorama. It has some peg holes and it will allow them to remain sturdy with each other. Let me go ahead and put all of the newer pieces together, which are right here, and see how it looks all at once. Where my 2 rooftop diorama pieces sit when they are off duty in my Batman world. You may notice that they hang over the edge a little bit, but it's pretty sturdy. Works good for my Gotham City. So here is the Ghostbuster Firehouse front diorama, 60% complete. You can see how tall it is. Janosch at the bottom there, taking up maybe a fourth of it at the most, and it looks like we're still going to get another layer for the top, as well as some sidewalk for the bottom. I had to put these white little peg pieces underneath to sort of keep it up. It's going to be a little more secure once I get the bottom put together. So I'm guessing the next wave will either get this or this, hopefully the bottom, because that will allow it to stand independently, and then we'll complete it. And boy, this thing is looking nice. There's the doors open both here as well as the sort of window area, as well as the entire door, so it has numerous different options of how to get in and out of this. The thing looks great. Look at it next to the Ninja Turtle diorama. It's going to be almost the same height, at least the plastic part will be taller. Looking really forward to getting this done. I remember how long it seemed to take for the rooftop diorama. This one is taking equally as long, and hopefully will be equally as fun when complete. Thanks a lot for watching the video. If you like what I have presented, please press like below. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. If you do not like it, please put a comment as to what I can do differently in the future. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.